Hey everybody, welcome to Seth Speaks. It is I, Seth Rudetsky, and I'm with two great theater makers because TDF has been around forever. They're presenting a virtual holiday experience for families with children and adults on the autism spectrum. You can watch it online. It's going to be December 13th and December 20th. And here to talk about it, I have Lisa Carling and Becca Yuré with an accent aigu.
Correct. Yes.
So Lisa, you first talk because you're from TDF and you basically handle all these kinds of shows for all different aspects. So talk about the kind of stuff that you have to do. Well, first of all, say what TDF is, because of course I just talk about it like everybody knows, and then talk about what you do.
TDF is a wonderful organization with many programs. We are struggling just as everyone else is in the theater industry because 85% of our income comes from ticket sales. Right. And that income helps support accessibility, community engagement, education programs. So we are trying very hard to hold on to our audiences with online digital content to keep them engaged until we can all be back together again. Now, TDF's autism-friendly performances program is going into its 10th season. This is it. This is our 10th season. And what makes that program so special is the community has a place to come together, enjoy a wonderful Broadway show. Typically, we would do 6 Broadway productions a season. And it's a no apology zone, as a parent said. It's a welcoming, judgment-free environment where families can come together and just have a great time, free to be themselves.
Because, normally, you bring someone with autism to a show, you don't know how they're going to act. Mm-hmm. And if they start talking or moving around, someone next to them can be like, I spent $100 for this seat. And it's like mortifying for the family. And of course, they can't do anything about it. So when did someone finally say, let's just dedicate an entire performance to this audience? Who finally thought of that idea?
Back in 2011, we did our first autism-friendly performance. It was Disney's The Lion King on Broadway, and it was a good year or more in the planning. Disney was one producer that was eager to help us figure this out, and we had many meetings. We met with parents, with educators, with professionals in the field, and we decided that a designated performance for families with children or adults in the autism community was the best way to go, that to try to integrate the audience, if you will, with neurotypical and neurodiverse audience members would not be fair to either one. Typically, TDF buys out the entire house. We are the only point of sale for tickets, and that's the best way we can ensure a welcoming, judgment-free environment. We try to get the tickets at the best buyout possible, typically at a 50% off the regular box office price.
Wow.
I know that varies. The reason being, Seth, is that families, our ticket sales are typically four in a family or more, because it's one place where the parents, the siblings, the child or adult on the spectrum, grandparents can come and do something together. That is such a very special experience. All the supports, the very slight modifications in the production and break areas in the theater are done with a lot of thought, and we rely on consultants. And Becca, our lead autism consultant, is the best. She helps advise us on the performances. Not only is she a board-certified behavior analyst, but she is also a very talented writer, composer, and performer. So I said to Becca weeks ago, help us out here. We need some really great, engaging online digital content moving into our 10th season. What can you do? And Becca said to me, I have an idea for a holiday event. And that Becca can talk about Santa and Little B, Zoom for the holidays, the best.
And it's going to be December 13th and December 20th. So Becca, so what does that mean? What were your parameters to create this piece?
Well, I think that what's really tricky for many people right now, especially many individuals with autism, is people really need some consistency. They need something to depend on, and we don't have theater. And for this community who loves theater and so enjoys as a family coming to these events, we miss being together. We miss coming to see theater in a judgment-free zone as an extended family. And so that hole needed to be filled. And then you compound that with the holidays, and that people aren't going to necessarily be with their loved ones. And people really want to know what's happening. In my clinical practice, a lot of children have been asking me, what is going to be different? What is going to be the same? How are there going to be holidays this year? And I felt like these questions deserve some attention. And what better way to explore it than through theater that lifts and connects so many people, so people could understand this together as best as we all can. And so that's where it really started, as I wanted children to have a way to ask a winter holiday expert some questions. And who else is a winter holiday expert except Santa? Fortunately, for not only do we have someone who is a professional Santa Claus who has volunteered with the autism-friendly performances for so many years, he also has a professional connection with TDF. And so I reached out to him and asked if he'd be willing to play. And when he said yes, and Lisa said yes, then I decided to write a show. And that's where this started. So there is original music that expresses the feelings that many individuals are experiencing right now, with Santa guiding the responding to provide comfort in this very uncertain time, and answering questions not only about the holidays, but the big question that is in all of our hearts as a theater community, which is, when will theater be back? Yeah. So all of this is addressed in the show in a fun musical theater loving way. And it is embracing of individuals who are of different backgrounds, whether someone has autism, that is our main focus, but really this is for a neurodiverse community. We are trying to be accessible from inception with this performance. So there will be built into the performance ASL interpretation, as well as captioning, as well as original music. And just a lot of care went into creating this for this audience in particular, so that they can have a holiday event. I mean, that's where a lot of this started too, is this community doesn't really have a place to go typically for the holidays. This community is one that is often left behind. Yeah. And TDF has always been a home, especially these autism-friendly performances, a home, a welcoming, nurturing environment where people can come and experience theater as they are. And we embrace everybody with wherever they are at that day. They are all welcome. And I think that needs to be carried forth, whether it be in live theater or right now, live Zoom theater. We just want the theater experience to continue.
It's called Santa and Little Bee, and it's through TDF. And like I said, it's these 2 dates, December 13th and December 20th. Now, by the way, TDF stands for Theater Development Fund. So this is being shown December 13th and December 20th, both at 1 p.m. Is it fully filmed already and everyone's going to be watching a film? Is there anything that's going to be interactive and live with people watching? Like, what's the process?
Oh, it is going to be very interactive. So people have already been sending in questions that they have for Santa. So that is one way that there is interaction. And in addition, we will have a chat box that is live that we will be reading while we're going through it. If people have additional questions they want to ask about the holidays, as well as what they have wishes for this holiday season, because sometimes people need to be heard. And so we wanted to provide this forum where this community has someone listening to them.
I see. So it's not that it's just airing at 1 o'clock. It's a unique performance. It's like live theater. It's going to be live at 1 p.m. So it's two different performances. So there are going to be different questions and different audiences to both performances.
Very possible.
Wow, that is really great. I love that TDF does this. And it's original. Wait, you wrote the script, music, and lyrics? What's happening? What's with the overachieving? Are you Jewish? What's happening?
I tend to, it is true that I have written songs on the way to performances before. However, this, 2 weeks felt like a luxury here. When Lisa said yes, then I started writing. And I think that the songs really capture what people are experiencing right now. And sometimes that really is only, in my opinion, because I'm a musical theater person, is only captured in music adequately. And so this is sort of a voice to that.
And, Becca, this is a very unique time for so many people. Is there any advice you can give for anyone listening right now that knows someone that is on the autism spectrum? Is there anything we can do to help during this crazy COVID period?
Well, I think something that everyone needs to hear is that this will pass, this will be done, and that a lot of people on the autism spectrum depend on structure. It helps people feel more comfortable. And so as much as possible to provide what's happening next. And even if it is, we don't know what's happening next, that is helpful too, just to have a clear response. Or, how about this? We're going to do activity 1, 2, and 3 today, and you get to choose them, or let's pick them now together. So people know what to expect. That tends to help people really meet expectations more readily and with more comfort. And whenever we can just be embracing that everyone is having a difficult time, but especially those who depend on some sense of a schedule and some sense of understanding what is to be, and that is unknown at this time. And so the more we can provide a roadmap, even when there isn't one, even if it's arbitrary, the more we can give any sense of what will be next really helps people pause and be able to embrace the moment that they're in.
So I love that. And by the way, you don't have to be on the autism spectrum to appreciate having some structure. Believe me, I'm on the ADD spectrum, and boy, do I need some damn structure. I will also say thank you. It's TDF. This event is free, by the way, and you go to tdf.org to register. But Lisa, here's the deal. You're struggling this year and you decided to do a free event. What's happening? What's your business model? Failure? I don't understand. How are you guys going to stay in business? What's happening? Go. How can people help?
We welcome donations, and our website has a button to push, and donations are welcome to keep us going. We feel committed to our autism community, and it's our way of giving back, particularly during the holidays, but donations are welcome. I wanted to clarify that with the accessibility services, we are providing captioning. We will be having captioning for the end of Santa and Little B, Zoom for the holidays, because we have a sing-along for everyone. So it's always fun to do a sing-along if you can see the words and follow along.
Oh my gosh.
We are almost at capacity for these events, but we still have room. So if anyone is interested, they should please email us at autism@tdf.org, autism@tdf.org, and we will send them the link to sign up and get the Zoom invite.
And if you forget that email, just go to tdf.org and you'll see the advertisements about it. All right, Becca, you're claiming it's a musical. Can we actually hear some music from the show? And if so, can you set up what you're going to be playing for everybody?
Absolutely. So this song called A Day With You is about the main character, Little B, who, when asked about all the different things she could possibly want for the holiday season, what she really wants is just to spend time with those she loves. And that, I think, is what everybody really would like this year, is not potentially to order something and have it be delivered, but just to hug their family and friends again. And that's what the song is about.
Oh, I love it. And you wrote it and you're performing it?
Yes.
Wow, not since Barbra Streisand Evergreen. All right, please hit it.
There are many gifts in a big toy store, like dolls and games and books and more, and wrap and ribbon to cover these. But there's something different that this girl needs. What I want doesn't come in a box. What I want can't be bought at a store. What I want wouldn't fit on a shelf, and what I want wouldn't fit in a drawer. What I want is a day spent with you. What I want, something special to do. What I want wouldn't fit in a cart. Oh no, what I want is a gift from the heart. I want a day with you to remember my whole life long. I want a day with you, filled with stories, dance, and song. I want a day with you, where there's nothing to be done. I want a day with you, a day with you. And not just with my parents. I want to spend the holidays with my grandparents and the rest of my family like I usually do. And I really want to see a Broadway show. But Broadway's closed. Nothing's the same this year.
It's not the same, Little B, but that's when you have to wish and believe more than usual.
Well, I don't know what to wish for that's possible.
Maybe you can wish for family together and theater in unexpected ways.
Like a video call?
Maybe.
Santa, I miss real hugs.
Me too.
And instead of paper to unwrap and boxes to open, I just wish I could spend the whole day together with everyone I love.
I agree. But right now, we need to be careful and smart while still keeping the holiday feeling in our hearts.
But how do I do that?
You will think of something special.
A day to share. Doesn't matter what we do. Then maybe we can share the day even from far away.
Sometimes the best presents don't fit in a box.
I want a day with you to remember my whole life long. I want a day with you filled with stories, dance, and song. I want a day with you where there's nothing to be done. I want a day with you, a day with you. I want a day with you, a day with you.
Brava, you still got it. All right, well, you guys are doing amazing work. So let's try to keep TDF alive, because it really does keep theater alive in New York. When there is theater, and when there's not theater, it's even harder to keep TDF alive. So everybody, please help out. You go to tdf.org. And Becca, I love the work that you're doing. And like Lisa just said, it's almost basically at capacity, because it's not like a streamed event where anyone can watch. Like it's specific how many people can actually watch it. So please get it's Sunday, December 13th, Sunday, December 20th at 1 p.m. and you email autism@tdf.org. Bravo, ladies. I'm giving you a thumbs up.
Thank you so much, Seth. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Be well. Bye-bye.